If you've ever stood in your garden staring at a pile of weeds and thought, what a waste, you're already halfway to one of the most powerful gardening secrets out there. What if I told you those same weeds, pulled, cursed, and tossed aside, can outperform store-bought fertilizers, cost you nothing, and actually build healthier soil over time? Welcome back to Rootshaven Grounds, where we don't fight nature, we outsmart it. Today we're diving deep into how to turn common weeds into a liquid fertilizer that many gardeners quietly swear works better than Miracle-Gro. No chemicals, no mystery powders, just real nutrients, brewed right in your backyard. This isn't a gimmick. This is old-school practical gardening knowledge that works whether you're growing vegetables in buckets, tending a backyard plot, or managing raised beds year-round. So, let's talk about how to use weed fertilizer without burning your plants. This stuff is, honestly, a lot stronger than most folks expect. You never want to apply it straight from the bucket. Always, and I mean always, dilute the liquid at a ratio of about 1 part weed tea to 10 parts water. For young plants or seedlings, go ahead and dilute it even more, just to be safe. Use this mixture to water the soil around your plants, not the leaves, especially if it's hot out. This fertilizer works best on heavy feeders like tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, squash, corn, and leafy greens. You'll often notice deeper green leaves and stronger growth within just a few days. Use it every 2 to 3 weeks during active growth. Remember, more is not better here. Think steady feeding, not force feeding. So, why does this work better than, say, Miracle-Gro? Well, store-bought fertilizers are designed for speed, not for long-term soil health. They deliver nutrients in isolated synthetic forms that plants absorb quickly. But, the thing is, soil life gets ignored. Over time, this can actually lead to compacted soil, less microbial activity, and a dependency on constant feeding. Weed fertilizer works differently. It feeds your plants through a living system. Microbes break down nutrients gradually, making them available right when plants need them. This reduces nutrient runoff, prevents fertilizer burn, and builds healthier soil year after year. Gardeners who switch to weed-based fertilizer often notice stronger root systems, improved drought resistance, and, honestly, fewer pest problems. Healthy plants just defend themselves better, plain and simple. Using the leftover weeds for maximum benefit is honestly one of my favorite tricks. Don't throw away the solids left in your bucket. Those half-broken weeds are gold, folks. You can bury them directly in your garden beds as green manure, add them to your compost pile, or just use them as mulch around your fruit trees. They keep feeding the soil long after the liquid fertilizer is gone. Nothing gets wasted. That's the Rootshaven Grounds way. Let's talk about some common mistakes gardeners make with weed fertilizer. One of the biggest mistakes is using too much, too often. That can really overwhelm your plants, especially if they're in containers. Another mistake is brewing for too long without stirring, which can create those nasty anaerobic conditions that smell awful and actually reduce the nutrient quality. Some gardeners also expect instant miracles, but weed fertilizer isn't magic, it's biology. The real power shows up over time as your soil improves and your plants grow stronger each season. Stick with it, observe your plants, and adjust as needed. Gardening is a conversation, not a command. Whether you're just starting out or you've been gardening for years, this method is perfect. If you're new to gardening, this method saves money and removes the guesswork of choosing fertilizers. And if you're experienced, it gives you more control over your inputs and strengthens your soil ecosystem. Either way, you're turning a problem, endless weeds, into a solution. Bringing it all together, at Rootshaven Grounds, we really believe the best garden tools are knowledge, observation, and respect for natural systems. Making fertilizer from weeds isn't just about feeding your plants, it's about closing the loop, working with nature, and building a garden that gets better every year. So the next time you pull weeds, don't curse them. Thank them. They're about to become your garden's secret weapon. If this article helped you see your garden in a new way, make sure to subscribe to Rootshaven Grounds on YouTube. Share this with a fellow gardener and keep growing smarter, not harder. Your soil and your harvest will thank you.